Welcome to WOC, Women of Color STEM Conference. I'm telling you, this has been a long day, and I'm so excited with all these amazing women that have been sitting in this chair. And I'm sitting here with Jessica Frierson,
Yes, ma'am.
and she is with ERD Center, Engineer Research Development Company. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are
Oh,
you?
great. So what do you do there?
I am the ERDIC training manager, and I oversee all of the training and development on behalf of the civilian side of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Oh, I love it. So I bet you know one year we had the Black Engineer of the Year award and it went to General Joe Ballard.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
love it.
ma'am. Yes,
I love
ma'am.
it. How do you like the Corps?
I love it. It has opened so many doors. I actually did not start out in the STEM field, which is where we primarily focus
Right.
on the computer science and engineering side of things. And I often tell people STEM found me. I was one of those people that was going the opposite direction and just being able to start off. I started off as an administrative assistant and working in the information technology laboratory and just watching and learning what they were doing. My background is actually pre-law in human resources,
Oh,
and
wow.
so one day I was sitting there and I was talking to one of the computer scientists and just talking, what did they do, and kind of trying to. I've always been intuitive. Well, I always wanted to know what someone else was doing. I was that kid in class that was
Right.
going to everybody else's table and learning what they were doing, and I said this is intertwined with human resources, and I was currently working in human resources
Okay.
and just picked up from there and haven't looked back since. So
What are three of the things that really attracted you with the Corps?
it's commitment to people.
Mhm.
We are very hands-on with people. A lot of times you may get lost in the numbers and the data of things, but
Mhm.
people come first. So that has always been the biggest thing that has attracted me. Innovation. We come up with some of the craziest but coolest things I have ever seen. And we're always thinking forward. And then passion.
Mm.
Everyone there loves what they're doing. Every day may not be the best day, but we're making a difference, and it's because we have men and women working behind the scenes to support our warfighters and our civilian side of our
Mhm.
nation and the
Mhm.
world to support what we
Mhm.
truly love and care about, and that's one another. So
What I think is fascinating about the Corps is that they're dealing with the infrastructure all over the world,
yes,
right?
yes,
And so,
yes.
can you talk a little bit about the deployment of all of this support and help that they give to cities and nations around the world?
And that's what I love so much also about us, because we're so hands-on into
Mhm.
different things. We support infrastructure, we support information technology, we support cyber. So we are constantly having our hands on something. And like I said, it's always mind-blowing to me, like, oh, we were a part of that, we were a part of that. A little cool story is actually with the Pentagon.
Yes.
The windows that prevented the plane from fully penetrating, we actually created at ERDIT in our
Really?
yes, in our GSL laboratory. And so just being able to say I'm a part of that history, a part of
Wow.
where that was, and that saved so many lives, it's awesome to me.
That's huge. I didn't
Yes.
realize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, these engineers created glass or some replica or similar.
Yeah. It prevented the essentially caused the strap metal to freeze in place so that the plane could not completely penetrate all the way through. And that was the piece that saved so many lives on that tragic day. But
Oh my gosh.
yes,
And I
yes.
was living in Arlington just across the bridge. And when
Oh,
I'd get in my car and get on 95, 395
and
heading
see it
north,
right there.
I saw those planes in the Pentagon on my
Yes,
way to Baltimore.
yes, yes,
That
ma'am.
was
Yes,
huge. And
ma'am.
oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
I'm telling you, I will
Why
walk down
didn't I
the
know
hall
that?
because
General Ballard never said that to
we
me.
are a hidden gem. There's
Oh my
so many
gosh.
things that have been created out at the ERDIC that if we were to tell people, they'd be like, really, really,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. And so the majority of those people are engineers, but there is a substantial infrastructure of management and civilian work,
Yep,
right?
yep.
So you want to speak to that?
Yeah, and that's actually where I fall in.
Mhm.
So we have so many people. Again, I call us busy ants. You know, we're
You
kind of
call it what?
like busy ants. We're
Okay.
always doing something nonstop. We have budget analysts, budget technicians,
Mhm.
techs, um, training and development coordinators, MIO staff, resource management. We have an entire small business office.
What?
We have
Wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean a small business office? What does that mean?
because of how we are structured, we get funding from the government as well as outside. And so we have to have a process in place, so to say, to look at contracts and talk about negotiations and the legal side of things. So we have like a small little business on the
So these are
inside.
businesses that
Yeah,
want to do business
yeah.
with
With
the
the Corps,
Department
yeah,
of Corps, the
yeah.
Army Corps of
And we
Engineers.
partner with some of the larger
Wow.
companies. I'm not going to say any names
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
getting paid for
Yeah, yeah,
that. But
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but we partner with some of the largest corporations in the world, and of
Mhm.
course, because we're coming up with some of the software and technology or even the research, we have to patent it. And that's where a lot of our like business intelligence and artificial intelligence. We have a hypercomputer system,
I didn't realize
HPC.
that they were creating their own infrastructure.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
deep. I thought it was mostly deployment and going
Mm-mm.
and putting out
No,
fires for,
no, we put
problem
out fires,
solving.
but one thing that our director, Dr. Pittman, often says is think outside the box. You know,
Yes.
we're solving tomorrow's problems, some of the world's most complex problems. We want them.
Literally over the world. It's
Yeah,
global.
yeah, we want them and we solve them. The hypercomputer system, HPC,
Hmm.
actually sits at it sends out billions. Of gigabytes daily,
Hmm.
hourly actually.
Hmm.
Um, actually is at ERDIC.
Right.
We support all of the networks. So if our network goes down, you know, the Corps of Engineers, we support that network. And so if it goes down, we're in trouble. And so
That's
everybody else, like,
powerful.
yeah, we have a lot of cool things going on
Yes, you
there.
do. Yes, you do. And so, how do you see yourself there for a long time? Because there's a lot of different departments over there.
It is. But again, going back to the people portion,
Okay.
I started off, like I said, as an administrative assistant, and now I'm the manager of something that I'm passionate about, training and development. But I'm also pursuing a doctoral degree in
Oh, wonderful.
neuropsychology. Yeah, and
Wonderful.
they're supporting it. You
Of
know,
course they are.
I have managers and supervisors that say, "Hey, we could use that," and that's one of the unique things. The where the
Mhm.
operation and the technical and the research side, we can all collaborate on something, and I think I'd say I'm living proof of that. You
Yes, you
know,
are.
on the operation side, I deal with the learning aspect of things,
Mhm.
but it's not uncommon for me to connect with a computer scientist or a civil engineer and solving some of their problems, or they may come to me and I may be able to help them or they help me look at different things. So it's very interesting how everything intertwines and
Mhm.
interweaves with
Mhm.
one another.
So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Definitely in a director level.
Okay.
That's what I'm aiming for, especially for people just coming from my upbringing. You know, I didn't even know what STEM was until I started with the Corps of Engineers.
Okay.
Growing up, you know, in a low income area, I'm
Mhm.
from Houston
Okay.
originally, and I never saw people that
I
looked
bet you
like
know where
me.
City Gas is.
I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I forgot. I forgot.
We had a moment there. We had a moment there. Yes, indeed. I know where all of that is. You said it with such a straight face. That's what I love part about it. But yes, I grew up
What
in
about Cotton
Houston.
Shoot?
I don't know about
Oh, you
that
got to
one.
go like you're on your way to Conroe.
Oh, see, no. I grew up in Third Ward, so that's a
Oh,
little
that a
past.
little bit,
Yeah,
yes.
but
Right.
I definitely know where some of
Hmm.
the
I know
other.
you're about to say so.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
My mama might see this, so I
yeah.
can't say too
But,
much.
yes, but Mama knows.
But yes, ma'am. I grew up and no one looked like me, you
Right.
know. And I remember standing on the corner one day and there was a government office and just standing there saying, I want to be one I want to go into that building like that. I want to be like that. And then I saw a African American woman, beautiful Mercedes Benz car come rolling up, and that just was like. And I remember, I can't explain it. Me and her locked eyes, and it was almost like me saying, "You can do that." I didn't know what she did,
Didn't matter.
but I knew someone
It was
like
a
me
visual you
was
needed.
in there.
That's
And
right.
so ever since, I've been a huge advocate of reaching back. You know,
Mhm.
no matter how high I go, I'm always
Mhm.
humble enough to know someone
Mhm.
helped me, and so it's up to me to reach back and help someone else. And so, definitely, that's what I'm passionate about. I love it. You can probably hear it in my voice, the shakiness,
Yeah,
but
but you're all right.
um, I love it because it gives young
Mhm.
women, not just of
Mhm.
color, but just women in general,
Well, see,
a
y'all gonna
hope.
have to bring these kids up here, these young girls
Yes,
from
yes,
Houston and
yes.
City Gas up here to the women of
Yes,
color.
and tell them, hey, there's
That's
more
right.
beyond
That's
just
right.
your local area.
That's
And
right. And it's
so it
huge.
is,
It
it
is
is. And
huge.
you don't, I think there's a stereotype that you have to not be cool. Cool doesn't mean smart.
Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
I'm constantly trying to push
I'm
that
over that
narrative. Yeah,
foolishness
you can be beautiful and smart.
and all of
As
that
a matter of
and
fact, that's
all
the
of that
best thing.
and all
You
of
know,
that
nobody
and then
wants and
some.
nobody wants to
A
have a
tall,
conversation with anyone
a
that
tall,
cannot help hold a decent
a
conversation.
tall.
Maybe cute for 5 minutes
And
and
where did you go to school to get that?
exactly, exactly.
Right.
And look at me, I'm beautiful and I can hold a
All of
conversation.
this, all of this, and to talk about some kind of engineering stuff that I had never heard of, and you know what to do with it. How about that?
Yes, but that's the
Right.
good thing about engineering
Mm-hmm.
too. Someone told me you fail fast, fail quick, and when they told me that,
Yes.
I said, "This
Ooh.
is my calling." You know, you
Mm-hmm.
get paid to fail,
Mm-hmm.
and so long,
Mm-hmm.
you're scared to fail. But in actuality, that's life.
Exactly.
You're
It
gonna fall,
is.
but how many times do you
Can
get
you get
back
back
up?
up? That's
Yes,
right. And it don't
yes.
and it doesn't mean that it's the end
No,
at
it's actually the
all.
beginning because you
That's right.
found there's a lesson in
Mhm.
everything that you do.
There is.
Yes,
There
ma'am.
is.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're
Thank you for tuning. So
welcome.
the expectation is that you're going to be here every year, and
Yes,
I'm going to see you at the Black Engineer in
yes.
February.
Count me in.
Okay.
As
All
long as
right.
they'll pay for
Do
it,
you
I will
hear?
be
And they
there.
will.
There you
And
go.
they will. And
Well,
we're
I
going to
think they
speak
will because
that.
I'm the training
Oh,
coordinator.
well,
So
there you have it. I love you.
thank
It's wonderful.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the conference, and I'll see you around, I'm sure. I'll be sitting here. That's what I
Well, when I
know.
pass by, I'll make sure I wave
Okay.
and say hi.
All right. Thank
Thank
you, honey.
you.
It's good seeing you. We'll be right back with our next guest.